In this complete guide, you'll learn exactly how to customize a list block inside Soft, giving you complete control over how your data appears and behaves in your application. Soft is a powerful no-code platform that lets you build web apps from data sources like Airtable and Google Sheets, and the list block is one of its most flexible and commonly used components for displaying records. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Before you can customize anything, you first need to be logged into your Soft account. Head over to the Soft website and sign in with your credentials. Once you're in, you'll see the main dashboard with a left sidebar containing several menu options. From that left sidebar, click on Applications. This will show you a list of all the Soft applications you have created or have access to. Find the application that contains the list block you want to customize and click on it to open it up. You'll then be taken into the Soft editor, which needs a moment to load all of your pages, blocks, and connected data sources. Be patient and let it finish loading completely before you try to click on anything, because jumping in too early can cause the editor to behave unpredictably. Now that your application is open and fully loaded, you need to navigate to the specific page where your list block lives. You can do this by using the page tree on the left side of the editor, or by clicking directly on the Page tab at the top if you have a simpler app structure. Once you can see the list block on the canvas in front of you, click directly on it. You'll know it's selected because a blue outline will appear around the block, and the right sidebar will change to show a set of customization tabs. These tabs are the control center for everything related to your list block. You'll notice several of them, including Source, Content, Actions, Visibility, and Style. Each tab controls a different aspect of how the block functions and looks, and understanding each one is key to building a polished, professional application. The first place you should go is the Source tab, because this is where you define what data the list will actually display. Click on the Source tab and you'll see a drop-down menu for your connected data source. This is where you can change the Airtable base or Google Sheet that the block is pulling from. If you have multiple data sources connected to your app, you can switch between them right here. Below that, you have the option to select a different table or worksheet within that data source. This is incredibly useful if you want the same list block to show records from a different table without having to rebuild the whole block from scratch. Further down in the Source tab, you'll find sorting options. You can choose a field to sort by, and then decide whether to sort it in ascending or descending order. This is how you control the order in which your records appear. For example, sorting a list of products by price, from lowest to highest. Right below sorting, you have filters. Filters let you show only a subset of your data that meets certain conditions. For instance, you could filter a list of tasks to only show those that are marked as in progress. This keeps your list relevant and uncluttered for your users. Finally, in the Source tab, you can adjust how many records are displayed per page, or in total. This setting is important for performance and user experience, as displaying too many records at once can slow down your app and overwhelm your visitors. Once you have your data source configured, it's time to make the list block look like it belongs in your app. Click over to the Style tab. This is where you control all the visual elements of your block. You'll find settings for colors, including background colors, text colors, and accent colors for things like buttons or links. You can also adjust typography, which means you can change the font family, size, weight, and line height of any text in the list. This is how you match your block's text to the fonts used elsewhere in your brand. Spacing is another critical setting under the Style tab. You can control the padding inside each list item, as well as the margins around the block itself. Good spacing makes your list feel airy and easy to read, while poor spacing makes it look cramped and unprofessional. Borders and corners give you the ability to add outlines around list items or around the entire block, and you can round those corners to create a softer, more modern look. Other visual elements available will vary depending on the layout you've selected for your list block, but they generally allow you to fine-tune every last detail so that the block seamlessly integrates with your app's overall branding. Let me leave you with a few best practice tips that will take your list block from functional to fantastic. Always keep your list clean by displaying only the most important fields for each record. Too much information at once overwhelms users and defeats the purpose of a list. Use consistent images and formatting throughout the block. If one list item has a circular image, make sure they all do. If one uses bold text for the title, keep it consistent. This professionalism makes your app feel trustworthy. Be sure to test your search and filter options thoroughly. A broken filter is one of the fastest ways to frustrate a user, so click through every option yourself to make sure the results match your expectations. Choose click actions that provide a smooth user experience. If a user taps on a list item, should it take them to a detail page, open a modal, or trigger a custom action? Think about what feels most natural for your specific use case. And finally, preview your app frequently while making changes. The soft editor is powerful, but sometimes what looks good in the editor can break on a smaller screen. Previewing allows you to catch layout issues early before your users ever see them. You now know how to fully customize a list block in Soft, giving you the power to display your data beautifully and functionally. Thanks for watching, and if you need to revisit any of these steps, feel free to save this video or bookmark it for later.